Hello, my friends. My name is Ed DaCosta, and I am the leader of the Ascend 90-Day Transformation Program, which is coming up again. I'm so excited. It begins on Thursday evening, September the 4th, and runs through Monday night, December the 1st. I can't wait to get started with this wonderful group of people. We still have slots open, which is the reason for this video. But before I talk more about Ascend, I want to bring you back to an experience you might have had as a child. Do you remember riding your bike and how fun it was to ride a bike, how much freedom it gave you to go places that you wouldn't necessarily be able to go, feel the exhilaration of jumping on your bike and going fast, faster than you could run? Just a wonderful experience. And then if you can recall what happened when maybe you were doing jumps like I used to do with my brothers and my friends, or just wear and tear on the bike, and all of a sudden one of the tires, one of the wheels on your bicycle became out of round, got warped. It changed the experience entirely, didn't it? Instead of feeling that freedom, now you've got a big problem because it's ba-dum. It's not the same feeling at all. We think about us today as adults as we drive cars around. Well, you know what happens if your tires are out of alignment or you haven't had them balanced and rotated. What happens? Well, you start to get that shimmy, that drift. Right? It's not the same experience as driving a car that has four tires that are aligned and balanced. Well, some of you know where I'm going with this, but have you ever heard of the wheel of life? Well, each and every one of us has various elements of our personhood, our personality. There's our family life, our faith walk, our financial circumstances, our physical fitness, our intellectual development, our relationships in our, in our communities, in our neighborhoods. Many dimensions of who we are as human beings. And what we find is when people are performing roughly the same in all of those areas, it doesn't have to be identical, you're feeling balanced, you're feeling engaged, you're doing well. But what happens when one of them gets out of alignment? Let's just say you have wonderful relationships and a great faith walk, and financially you're doing well, but all of a sudden your health, you have an enormous health problem. Maybe it isn't even enormous, but a significant health issue. All of a sudden, your life changes, and your focus needs to be on your health. Well, what if your health is great, but you have plenty of money, but you have damaged relationships for whatever reason? As most of us know, that creates an enormous amount of angst and anxiety in our lives. So the moral of the story, if you will, is that balanced wheels roll better. Balanced wheels roll better. They roll better in bicycles. They roll better in cars. And my friends, they roll better for human beings. And that is one way to look at what Ascend is all about. It is a 13-week, 90-day walk around your wheel of life. Again, it's not me telling you how to live your life. That is a misnomer that some people have had, that somehow this is Ed telling you what to do and how to live your life. Not at all. But what happens when you're in a group of like-minded individuals and we talk about a subject during the teaching, there'll be a teaching on a particular subject, like feeding the flowers, which is the module that talks about relationships. And there's this great metaphor about gardening and weeding and fertilizing and tending to a garden and tending to relationships that are neglected, relationships that aren't nurtured and fostered. What happens? They tend to wither and die, and weeds grow among them. So that's just one example. So during that module, we'll be sharing with each other on our Facebook page, and then we have an entire accountability and recognition call following the teaching that allows people to share as much or as little as you want to. But it really does. The benefits that people get have been enormous. And it's been just a joy for me to hear about the intentionality, the conscious choices that people have begun to make. Whereas there was an area of their life that wasn't going so well, but they just kind of blocked their ears and la, 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 I can't hear it. That little voice in your head that says you can do better. You can be better in this area. Well, we're all about confronting that. Confronting the brutal facts that, hey, this is an area of your life that you need to do better. You want to do better in order to become a better version of you, or, as I like to say, the best possible version of you, squeezing every ounce of your potential out of your being. And again, it's a model. It's not to say that we ever achieve perfection. I don't believe that personally, but I believe we can reach our potential if we're conscious about it and we're intentional about it. And we have accountability from other people who are going to do it in a benevolent way. It's not about being mean to one another or yelling at one another. We do it in a very like-minded, collaborative way. And that's what Ascend is all about. So I really do hope that you come to the call. We're going to have a call where I'll do a teaching. It's not a teaching that's inside of Ascend, but it will be an example, representative of some of the teachings in Ascend, and that will happen on August 28th, which is a Thursday night, just 1 week before Ascend begins. My dear friend and business partner, Paul Martinelli, will kick off the call and welcome everyone to the call, and then I will do a teaching, and there will be plenty of time for Q&A at the end. So I'd be delighted to hear from you, any comments, thoughts, or any questions that you might have about Ascend. So that's it. The moral of the story is balanced wheels roll better. Take care, my friends.